Hello guys, this is the 2023 Nissan Ariya. This is an electric SUV from Nissan, and it does compete against a lot of electric SUVs: Tesla Model Y, Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, and the VW ID4. This thing looks actually alright from the outside. It's about the same size as something like a Nissan Rogue, and I really like the aero cover wheels. It does have 19-inch rims. There's a lot of trims you could choose from. This one is the Engage trim. There is a good amount of choices. I would recommend you going to the Nissan website. There is 63 kilowatt hour battery and there's 87 kilowatt hour battery. The range on this one is 216, and let's go ahead and take it on a POV test drive and see how it does. And just like that, this 2023 Nissan Ariya is on. So this is an electric SUV from Nissan. As I said, it does compete against the Model Y and the ID4, Ioniq 5, and the EV6. And this thing looks actually very good from the inside. A lot of nice soft touches. If you guys are interested in my full detailed review of this Ariya, make sure to check it out on my channel. I did actually review the mid trim. This is the base trim. This is the Engage, and I did review the Evolve Plus. So this is the Engage front wheel drive, 63 kilowatt hour battery. I believe you could get the Engage in 87 kilowatt hour battery with more range, but the range on this one is 216, which honestly is not a lot for the price. But let's go ahead and take it on a test drive. This is going to be my first time driving the Ariya. Let's go ahead and check out the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is right, but it is nice and wide. Gear shifter looks good. 2 cup holders. You could move this whole thing to the front and to the back. There is a cover for the cup holders. There is one USB Type-C, 112 volt, one USB Type-A, and a storage place. Inside, there is a phone holder with a tiny bit of storage place. Glove box right here. There is a second glove box right here on the Evolve Plus. I reviewed, this was electronic. Here is the e-brake. But let's go ahead and take this Ariya on a drive and see how it does. Very quiet in here. All 4 windows are acoustic, so they're double pane glass on all the windows. I'm not sure about the windshield, but all windows have that double pane, which make the interior of this Ariya very quiet. And honestly, it is very quiet in here. There's a beautiful heads-up display on this base trim, which is nice. This thing is extremely quiet inside. I'm not hearing anything from the outside. This is seriously beautiful. Definitely much better than the Hyundai and the Ioniq, the Hyundai and the Kia EV6 and Ioniq 5. And I believe it's actually quieter than the Tesla Model Y, which I drove a few days ago. The price on this one is almost $45,000 with destination, $44,735 I think. But this thing is extremely quiet and very comfortable. The suspension is very good. Let's go ahead and change it to sport mode. There's 3 different drive modes you can choose from. There's Eco, Standard, and Sport. Let's go ahead and do an acceleration right here. Nothing crazy, but definitely a good amount of power. Let's go ahead and test the suspension right here on this turn. Actually, it is very good for a big SUV. I'm not really feeling any body lean, which I like. Next to the truck, it's actually not too bad. It's nice and quiet inside of this Ariya. So there's a lot of different choices you could choose from on the Ariya. So there's different trims, different battery packs, front wheel drive or all wheel drive. This one is the front wheel drive Engage. Suspension is extremely comfortable. It does have big rims with a lot of rubber. 235, 55, 19. Brake pedal feels very good, very confident. Doesn't have that weird feel which a lot of hybrid and electric SUVs and cars have, but definitely beautiful. Definitely a beautiful ride. Let's go ahead and put this SUV in standard mode. Still in eco mode, it is nice and responsive. Such a beautiful, comfortable SUV. A good amount of rubber on the rims that equals to more comfort. But let's go ahead and talk about this, the electric motor in this Ariya. So it does have a 160 kilowatt electric motor, only controlling the front wheels because this is the front wheel drive. And it does have a 63 kilowatt hour battery. The range is 216 miles, which honestly is not a lot for 44 or 45,000. I really wish that Nissan gave us more miles. But if you guys need more miles or more range, then you have to go with the higher trims or the all-wheel drive. Such a beautiful, comfortable ride. As I said, there's a ton of soft materials. The steering wheel has a nice design to it. I love the flat bottom design. And it does have all the nice safety features. Such a beautiful, comfortable SUV. But the only thing that I don't like about this Nissan Ariya is the range. 216 is not a lot. A lot of people have range anxiety with electric cars, and this does not make it any better. If you have very short commutes, then this is the car for you, or the SUV for you. But if you have long commutes, then I would definitely go with the all-wheel drive. Brakes honestly feel amazing, very nice and confident. Beautiful big mirrors. Seeing out of this SUV overall is very good. And yeah, all the windows are nice and big. Beautiful window switches. Everything's finished in gloss black. Power mirrors, folding mirrors. All windows are acoustic, as I said. Memory seats. I love the bronze theme. And yeah, overall does look very good from the inside. Very, very quiet inside of this Ariya. Steering wheel is extremely light. The turning radius is amazing. I did test the turning radius before I took this SUV on the drive, and I was very impressed. But I'm definitely going to test it and show you how good the turning radius in this Ariya. I just love the fact that it is very quiet in here. Extremely quiet. This is better than BMWs, Mercedes-Benzes, a lot of luxury brands. Let's go ahead and put this SUV in sport and do an acceleration right here before we hop on the highway. Alright, so I completely forgot to talk about the horsepower and torque. 214 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, honestly, those numbers don't sound a lot, but I think they are enough for this SUV. Extremely comfortable. I love the suspension setup on this Ariya. And as I said, there's so many trims you could choose from. You could choose bigger battery pack, you could choose front wheel drive or all wheel drive. Seating position is perfect. Nissan does a great job with their seats. Extremely comfortable. Seeing out of the back is not too bad, but seeing out of the front is perfect. Let me go ahead and activate Nissan safety system. So let's go ahead and set the cruise control. So it is set at 65. That was the lane keeping assist. Actually, I have to turn on the steering assist. Steering assist is active, and the SUV is driving by itself. Nissan system is actually not too bad. It is nice and smooth, but something I really hate is the fact that it gives me a message very soon about the steering assist. I really wish it just lets me, or it lets itself drive longer than gives me a message. But yeah, the warning message comes on soon, which I really don't like. As you guys see, it's very annoying, but it is a very good system. It has lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring system, steering assist, adaptive cruise control, emergency braking, so all the nice safety features. Let's go ahead and talk about the range. As I said, 216 miles on a full charge. It does take 10 hours to fully charge this Arya on a 240 volt outlet, which honestly is a little bit on the slower side. I really wish it was a little bit faster, but this thing is very comfortable. I love the seating position, and it is very, very quiet on the highway. There is barely any wind noise, zero road noise from those tires. Again guys, the size of those frames are, or of those tires are 235, 55, 19. So a good amount of rubber, and that equals to more comfort. But overall, this thing is amazing. A ton of headroom and legroom in the second row, and there is a lot of space in the trunk. And overall, this thing is nice and spacious. As I said guys, the brakes are very, very good. I really like the graphics on this 12.3 inch screen in front of me. I think Nissan did a great job with it. Everything just looks very good when you change the menus and stuff like that. It just looks very good. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Beautiful 12.3 inch touchscreen on the right, and almost touch sensitive buttons. They're basically buttons, but underneath this wooden trim. Very nice. I've never seen anything like that, so definitely a nice touch. From Nissan, you could turn on and turn off the fan using those buttons. They don't work all the time. You have to click them a few times for them to work, so definitely not my favorite. But if you guys don't want to use them, you could go to the climate control menu and you could control things from here. Handling is definitely good. Such a beautiful SUV. Let's go ahead and turn off the climate controls. There is the main menu, or the home menu. Not a big fan of it. Nissan doesn't really do a good job with the graphics on their screens. Let's go ahead and click on Sport. Nothing crazy, but it is very nice and smooth, which is expected. This is an electric SUV. If you guys need more power and more range, then go with the all-wheel drive or the higher trims. Steering wheel is very nice and light, very direct, which I like. Let's go ahead and put this thing back in standard mode, and let's go ahead and do turning radius test. Such a beautiful, smooth, comfortable SUV. Turning radius is extremely good. This thing is very good for tight, small places or parking lots. So the turning radius is definitely good, and I really, really like it. As I said, guys, a ton of room inside of this Arya. There is schedule charging, brake hold. I think this has to do something with emergency braking, steering assist and brightness control. This whole thing moves, as I said, guys. Inside there is a little bit of storage place. Seats are nice and comfortable. This is Alcantara, and then the side is leather. Touches, finishes, everything just feels good. I love the bronze, and yeah, everything just feels good. Again, guys, I'm not a big fan of Nissan menu or Nissan graphics or apps. I think they should improve them. The built-in navigation is actually not bad. It is nice and responsive. The voice control is very, very good. I'm gonna go ahead and test it. Graphics are okay. It's nice and responsive, but very old. I love the acceleration in this thing, even though this only has 214 horsepower and 222 pound-feet of torque. I was going to test the voice command system. There's a button right here, or you could simply say, "Hey Nissan,
please say or select a command.
Navigate to Starbucks."
Showing matching locations.
Number 2.
2. Starbucks. Calculate route or adjust location.
Calculate.
Calculating route. Turn third right.
So it is nice, responsive, quick system. Hey Nissan. Hey Nissan. Let's click the button.
Please say or select a command.
Cancel navigation.
Canceling route.
So definitely nice and responsive, and I really love this thing. It is very comfortable, nice and spacious. Seating position is perfect. Range is not that good for the price. For 44,000, I think Nissan should work on the range on this specific one, and I promise they will get a lot of customers because this thing is just amazing. I really like this Arya, and I think it's such a beautiful, comfortable SUV. Again, guys, a ton of room, and I think Nissan did a great job with it, but I think they just need to fix the range on this one. Beautiful shifter, drive modes, step. You could move this to the back, as I said. A little bit of storage place right here for a phone. 12 volt. As I said, there is 2 glove box, which is very, very nice. And beautiful 12.3 inch screens. Heads up display, which disappeared now because I think I am in park. Anyways, such a beautiful interior, nice and comfortable. If you guys are interested in the full detailed review of this Arya, make sure to check it out on my channel. It is there. I am truly impressed with this Arya. I think Nissan did a great job. I would like to thank JC and Napoli Nissan here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this beautiful SUV. If you guys are around, or if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. They have 2 at the moment, and they just received the Nissan Z. So if you guys are interested in buying a Nissan Z, it is finished in white, and it does have the blue interior with the performance package. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.